Happy Friday. Um, I'm jumping on because it's Friday. It's my second time really um, doing the posting thing. And I thought it was a good day. Still in Palm Springs. It's beautiful. And I would show you, but the lighting is weird. I feel like when I show you, the lighting might be weird, but it's really super pretty. Not that you guys really care about any of that. But anyway, I wanted to get on here because we went to a morning movie. I'm out here acting like I'm retired and I'm really supposed to be working. But anyway, we decided to go to an early movie. We went to see Michael. And if you're a Michael Jackson fan, you have to see it. Like, it's phenomenal. His nephew does a phenomenal job. It's almost like Sinners. With Michael Jordan, you forget that you're not looking at Michael Jackson. And it was just good. It was just good. And it was interesting for me because one of the things that I was super excited about was I was a huge Jackson 5, Jackson's Michael Jackson fan. Grew up with him, and my very first concert ever was the Jackson 5. I was 5 years old in kindergarten, and we went to the Forum in LA. I'm not sure if it was probably, I think it was probably the Forum in LA. And if it wasn't the Forum in LA, it was the Coliseum in LA. It might have been the Coliseum in LA at that point. Might have been the Coliseum, but we went to see the Jackson 5. I've been fortunate in my life to see a lot of people. Like, I was a live concert person. And so I saw a lot of people. But I've seen the Jacksons, the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, probably almost every concert they ever did in LA. So it was kind of reminiscent of sitting there and being like, I went to that concert. I went to that concert. I saw them then. Dodger Stadium, the Forum, like all of that. Like, uh, I've seen him a couple of times, and it was just like I could remember, sitting there watching him on the television um, during the American Music Awards when he did Billie Jean, like all of that stuff. It was wild, right? To sit there and be a part of it. I got my Janet Jackson shirt, even though she wasn't at all represented in the movie. But it was one of those moments where I was like, I'm old enough that I could sit back and say, I saw them live. I know, I grew up, I saw them as little kids live, and I saw them as they grew, and I was a part of that. Um, it didn't get into the, past. I think the Victory Tour was where it really ended, on the Victory Tour. And then when he went on his own tour is where it ended. But it was so good. It was so good. And it was something that, my husband is a musician. You guys don't know any of this about me yet, but my husband is a musician. So he's a big Michael Jackson fan. And it's crazy because I still remember the day that uh, I was on a business trip and it came on the news that he had died. And I remember thinking, not possible. I guess I had the same reaction when I heard that Kobe Bryant had died. I was like, no, it's not real. That couldn't actually be real, as if they were subhuman or something like that. But it was definitely real, and it was definitely heartbreaking. And the other part of what I was going to post was, again, this has been an interesting week, being working remotely as I have and just kind of doing what I need to do. It's been a good week, but I've been spending a lot of time digging into what it is to be an entrepreneur, what it is for me, what my focus is going to be. Because I think I went into it doing what I've always done, which is more and more what I realize is the kiss of death, is that I've just kind of been doing what I've always done. And this week has been an interesting week because I've been digging into, is that really what I want? Right? Like, the firm is what I want. What I'm doing, a version of what I'm doing is what I want. But the whole thing, not so much. And so I've spent this week really doing a lot of reading and a lot of reflecting and having great conversations with Claude around what does next look like for me? And even though I'm in the midst of next, I'm doing the next, evolving the next, because I don't necessarily think what I set out to do is what I really want to do, and or what sets my heart on fire. And because I'm realizing that I'm doing a rinse and repeat, and I'm not really happy doing a rinse and repeat. And that there are a couple of opportunities that I've been pulled into where I've just absolutely loved what I was doing, and it's the thing that I'm really good at, and the thing that really I feel brings value. And then there's the things that I do just because you got to do. And I get it. I know you can't love all of what you do all the time, but I think a big focus of what I want to do um, is different than what I am doing. And so, how do I lean in and get more of the stuff that I think makes my heart sing and brings a lot of value versus doing the mundane? Or, you got to pay the bills, so you continue doing the mundane and then figure out how to grow your business. And then either what I'm doing is learning to use AI to fill in a lot of the gaps, or potentially hire somebody to help do that other stuff. But again, it's just another part of this. What do I want to do when I grow up? Bullshit. And this week I felt like I would just really like to not work at all, because I really had a good time just working, probably 50-50. I think I've worked 50% of my time here, and 50% of my time I've been bullshitting. But I guess I needed to bullshit a little bit. I needed the break. Um, and now I feel like I'm not necessarily behind, but I've got some shit to do, of which I'll spend the last day or so doing, and in the midst of watching the draft and some basketball. And I hope everybody has a really great weekend as I try to figure out, you know, what it is to become this next version of me, or the new version of me, or whatever becoming means for me, because I think it's evolving. And go see Michael if you have the time. It's worth it. It's a great trip. It has some sad parts about it, but kind of gave me some, my kids are adults now, so it's kind of, I can't go back and undo some parenting, but I think we did okay. Our kids are pretty good. And so it is, as a parent, an opportunity to kind of look back and think, wow, like, did I do all the right things? And you can see so many flaws in other people and how they parent, even though they come from probably a good place. But, we were all kind of raised probably how our parents were raised in that generation, baby boomers. So, no shade, no, harm, no foul on anybody else, but it was a good movie. And so you should go see it. It was, and try to go to a morning movie. We went at 10:30 this morning, which was lovely. We got coffee, had a bagel, and then went to the movies, and so it was great. Still ended up having the whole day. But I hope everybody has a great weekend. I will likely tap in again next week from home. But it's been a great break. So happy Friday. Have a great weekend.